Jonas and I made our way to the Lexus booth here at the NAIAS, and we have here with us the RCF Track Edition. Let's have a quick walk around and check out this car. The front of the new RCF Track Edition is undeniably Lexus, with this large spindle grille, which is not to everybody's taste, but I actually like it. Of course, the very angular LED headlamps and a very healthy dosage of carbon fiber everywhere. On the hood, down here in the splitter, and even around the side and the back, we'll show you in a minute, there's carbon fiber everywhere. Along the side, a very cool two-door coupe body style. I also like the matte black 19-inch rims, which are really good and useful because behind them we have the carbon ceramic disc brakes. Look at that bright red brake caliper. Going further down the side, again, more carbon fiber in the lower side skirt. A lot of little aerodynamic vents and channels like right over here along the side. Glossy black rear view mirror. Also carbon fiber roof to keep the low center of gravity lower and just reduce the weight of the car. Towards the back, a sloping coupe roofline with, of course, a big carbon fiber wing. At the back, you get a better view of that carbon fiber wing. Really good, and again, very useful as well to provide more downforce for a car like this. Three-dimensional tail lamps, more accentuations, aerodynamic channels along the sides of the bumper, and of course down here, a really aggressive looking rear diffuser, also carbon fiber. And I also like these titanium exhaust tips, quad tips on either side of the lower bumper. And I like the titanium exhaust tips also because of that kind of bluish hue that they have. Just makes it look a lot cooler. Let's get inside. I've been told I'm not allowed to touch or move anything, but just sitting inside, wow. Steering wheel feels like a race car steering wheel. Paddle shifters for the 8-speed automatic transmission. A really tiny shifter over here. Aluminum pedals. Also, like we saw on the door, this cross-stitch red carbon fiber trim. Nice materials up here. Good build quality. A touchscreen on the top. A very fancy looking watch, or a clock rather. Interestingly, a CD player as well. Wow. In 2019, do you guys even use CDs anymore? Little quirky things like this with Lexus, but whatever, no problem. Touchpad over here. And yes, Alcantara. Feels really good, feels really smooth. I wish I could start this car up and take it for a spin, but hopefully we can get Lexus to send us some test cars and we can review this very car in a few months. Fingers crossed. And a little bit more space in the back, but unfortunately I'm not allowed to hop in there on this show vehicle. But anyway, it's a two-seater. In fact, it's really just about the driver. You know, of course the seat is comfortable and so on and so forth, but it's not meant for long drives. It's pretty stiff. It's got very stiff, tight side bolstering. So it's meant for driving well. It's meant to enjoy the drive. It's to engage the driver. And yeah, it's a pretty cool car. I'm here with Chad Deschamps from the Lexus College of Design.
So Lexus College is a part of our training program for Lexus, where we get a chance to design programs to train our dealership associates and also owners how to use your vehicle.
Wow, fantastic. Well, I'm really interested in this car right here, the new RCF, and especially the Track Edition. So can you tell us a little bit about what's new for this version of the RCF, and specifically what makes this track edition that awesome?
Absolutely. The RCF we're very, very excited with for 2020 is all new from the ground up, looking at everything all over again, and it's race bred. So this vehicle has been developed with our teams and learnings from our 24-hour Nürburgring and also from IMSA Racing Circuit here in the United States, and kind of worked with their chief teams to make these vehicles unbelievable to the point that you can drive them to the racetrack, drive them all day long, and drive home, and not need another vehicle. That's amazing.
So, I mean, I understand that's kind of what the RCF does anyway. So what does the track edition bring to the table that the standard RCF doesn't?
So the track edition, what that's doing is it takes a look at the elements to take it even further on the track. So what we did was we reduced down 176 pounds out of the vehicle by, like on the front end here, we have all new 19-inch ultra lightweight BBS wheels. Also paired up to it is Brembo carbon ceramic brakes that are allow you to stop even better on the track and withstand all those temperatures all day long and get you home. Just up front, we lost 55 pounds with that design. Then what you also see around the lower valance of the whole entire vehicle is a carbon fiber body kit on the vehicle. So you have a lower front spoiler, side and also rear diffuser, along with a carbon fiber fixed rear spoiler. So what that's doing is it increases the amount of downforce on this vehicle, so that way it allows you to help and handle those corners a little bit easier. This vehicle is also designed to really make sure that you can take those corners even harder to reduce down the amount of understeer. So for example, we have brand new Michelin tires that are paired up 4S that are specifically designed just for this vehicle, a little bit more bespoke style, where it can handle those corners a little bit harder. Bringing that 472 horsepower, it's a 5 horsepower bump up from previous year, and allow you to get all on the road. Inside the vehicle, what we also have is a specific circuit red interior, where it's circuit red leather along with our Alcantara matchup, along with a red carpet inside that's specific for just the track pack. Along with, on the doors, you can kind of see the carbon fiber red stitched interior trim as well. In the back of the vehicle, we also reduced down weight by adding in a carbon fiber rear support in the back, giving you a little bit extra reduction of weight, along with on the half shafts of the rear axle are now hollow, but also very stiff and rigorous, so that way it's also producing you the power that you need. Between all these packages, allow you to get 0 to 60 with the all-new launch control that's also in the vehicle. It's brand new. Get it 0 to 60 previous year was 4.4. New version now in this track pack is 3.96. So a great reduction in 0 to 60 acceleration performance on this car.
So, okay, the way I understand this now is, even though it's a track edition, you still haven't skimped out on things like, comfort and just overall luxury. Like a lot of times when car companies make track editions or performance packs of certain performance sedans or cars, they strip away a lot of the sound deadening, for example, on the interior. Then the car becomes really brash and harsh, and it can do one thing really well. It can go really fast, but it doesn't do anything else. You can't take it to the shops.
That other vehicle to take you to that track to experience it. This vehicle, legitimately, we're Lexus. We look at all angles to where you want to be able to drive that vehicle to its limits, but also drive it to work, go out to dinner with it. That's the beauty of that RCF, like you mentioned earlier. You can do everything in it and not need that second car. And this track edition just takes it that next step further to really push the limits of yourself and the car. So you have a lot of fun on the track on those days. And you even talked about it, the noise on the vehicle. Titanium exhaust system on this vehicle takes it to another level. So currently right now with certain vehicles as well, nowadays they look at active sound control to take out some of those noises that you don't want inside the vehicle. This track edition sounds so good. There is no active sound controls going on in this vehicle. It's pure engine, pure roar, pure excitement, and it actually kicks in a lot sooner. So the intake on this vehicle actually opens up at a lower RPM level, actually just over 2,000 RPM, to give you that full engine throttle that you were looking at about over 3,600 RPMs before. So you get more of that noise at lower speed.
Absolutely. I mean, I was just saying earlier that for me, the LC500 is one of my favorite cars on the market right now. And it's for a lot of reasons. Like, for example, it's not trying to be the fastest. It's a bit more heavy. It's still a bit more luxurious. And you could have had a faster 0 to 60 time with a twin-scroll V6 or something like that, a turbocharged engine. But having a naturally aspirated V8, making a car look that good and feel that good and drive well is so much more important than numbers on paper. But numbers on paper still matter, so can we open the hood and just, can you tell us a little bit about what powers this beast? Look at this carbon fiber hood. Jonas, look at that. Wow, super cool. Let's see how light it is. I got it. Wow.
So very, very lightweight. So you have carbon up on top and carbon composite on the inside under panel of the 472 horsepower engine. Again, it's a 5 horsepower bump, and also being that naturally aspirated V8, which is one of the last in the market, which is wonderful. You also get 6 extra pound-feet of torque on this vehicle, so a little bit extra pull on that to help you with that launch control.
Fantastic. And rear-wheel drive?
Rear-wheel drive,
No
yes.
four-wheel drive yet.
No.
Well, I think that's, again, that's what makes Lexus cars drive and feel the way they do. It's rear-wheel drive, naturally aspirated V8, and just that pantomime.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, when can I drive the car?
It's going on sale in April. Currently don't have pricing yet, but it'll be a little bit closer to launch.
Well, I have your card. I'm going to give you a call in April then. Thanks a lot.
It's a pleasure.
The RCF has always been a great package, a good combination between driving performance and acceleration and handling, but at the same time maintaining good comfort on the interior, as all Lexuses do. The Track Edition now takes the performance up several quotients, still retaining the comfort as well. For me, I think it's a great package, but I really want to drive it before I make up my mind myself.